You are a pretty lady. You get tired of people talking about your looks and how stunning you are all the time? I mean, it can get to be,
Johnny Carson, one of the most legendary talk show hosts in television history, had a unique ability to make stars feel at ease while still creating moments of unforgettable entertainment. On The Tonight Show, he welcomed some of the most stunning and talented women Hollywood ever produced. These women not only captivated audiences with their beauty, but also charmed Carson himself with their wit, charisma, and professionalism. Over the decades, viewers witnessed how the combination of elegance, talent, and personality could turn an ordinary interview into a memorable event. In this article, we will explore 9 of the most beautiful women Johnny Carson interviewed, the unique qualities each brought to the show, and the way Carson responded to their presence. From classic Hollywood icons like Doris Day to modern pop culture phenomena like Farrah Fawcett, these guests defined what beauty and talent meant on late-night television. Their appearances were more than just about physical attraction. They highlighted intelligence, humor, confidence, and an ability to engage with audiences in ways that still resonate today. By looking at each of these stars in detail, we gain insight not only into Hollywood glamour but also into the art of a great interview, where charm, professionalism, and a genuine human connection meet. Doris Day was a symbol of classic Hollywood, known not just for her looks but for her warmth, kindness, and immense talent. When she appeared on The Tonight Show, she brought a combination of elegance and approachability that made every viewer feel connected to her. Carson himself treated her appearance like a milestone event, recognizing her unique contribution to film and music. Day's demeanor was graceful yet relaxed, allowing her natural personality to shine through without seeming overly formal or staged. She spoke candidly about stepping back from the spotlight, sharing stories about her love for animals and her decision to prioritize personal values over relentless fame. What made Day remarkable was not just her appearance, but her ability to balance glamour with authenticity. Her laughter was genuine, her words sincere, and her presence created a sense of calm energy that made Carson, known for his unflappable composure, appear slightly nervous at times. Audiences at home could sense the ease between the host and the guest, feeling the warmth of her personality even through the television screen. Beyond her charm, Doris Day was a professional in every sense. She remembered her lines, engaged with the band, and created memorable moments not through theatrics, but through the simple power of being herself. Viewers appreciated this authenticity, which stood in contrast to the more performative appearances of other celebrities. Her first appearance, which aired on September 2nd, 1974, felt like an event because of how she carried herself, demonstrating that elegance and talent could coexist naturally. Johnny Carson's interviews with Day also reflected the changing standards of Hollywood, where beauty was not merely about appearance but about poise, intelligence, and the ability to connect with people on a human level. Throughout the interview, Day's voice carried warmth, her smile radiated kindness, and her responses revealed a humility that endeared her to audiences of all ages. This combination of traits helped define her as one of the most memorable women in Carson's long history of celebrity guests. Her legacy was cemented not just by her talent, but by the lasting impression she left on viewers and on the host himself. Even decades later, Doris Day's interviews remain an example of how a star can be both glamorous and relatable, demonstrating the enduring power of authenticity in the entertainment industry. Carson's respect for her was clear, and his admiration underscored the impact she had on both Hollywood and American audiences. Angie Dickinson brought a different type of charisma to The Tonight Show, combining mature Hollywood glamour with playful confidence. Her appearance made Carson visibly relaxed, a rare sight for the famously composed host. Dickinson's confidence was effortless, demonstrated in her sharp eye contact and unforced elegance. Unlike some stars who rely solely on charm, Dickinson had the ability to interact naturally with Carson, often engaging in lighthearted banter that revealed her wit and intelligence. During her interview, she shared anecdotes about her career, personal life, and even moments of mischief, which gave the audience a sense of connection beyond her physical appearance. Johnny Carson, recognizing her sophistication, often shifted into playful modes himself, performing small card tricks or jokes that highlighted her ease under pressure. Dickinson's composure made every segment she appeared in feel natural and uncontrived, emphasizing that confidence and charm often outweigh mere attractiveness. Viewers at home could see the balance she maintained between glamour and approachability, making her segments memorable and enjoyable. Her ability to command attention without overt effort allowed her personality to shine, ensuring that her beauty was complemented by intelligence and humor. Angie Dickinson's appearances illustrated that late-night television could showcase more than just fame. It could celebrate substance, character, and the ability to engage in conversation while still captivating audiences with presence. The energy she brought to the stage made her one of Carson's most memorable guests, leaving a lasting impression on both the host and viewers alike. B.O. Derek was a defining figure of late 1970s pop culture, instantly recognizable and widely admired for her striking looks and confident demeanor. On The Tonight Show, Derek's presence commanded attention even before she spoke, demonstrating the cultural fascination audiences had with her. She carried herself with a soft-spoken confidence, which made her both camera-ready and approachable, an unusual combination that many stars struggle to achieve. Carson's playful commentary often highlighted her effortless charisma, noting that she embodied the era's ideal of glamour. Derek's segments weren't just about appearance. They included moments of humor, insight, and charm, which allowed her to connect with audiences beyond superficial admiration. She often engaged with Carson in a relaxed manner, allowing the conversation to flow naturally while still maintaining an aura of elegance. Her rise to fame was meteoric, and her appearance on the show reinforced the public's fascination with her image, while also revealing a grounded and personable side. Bo Derek's combination of beauty, confidence, and cultural relevance made her an unforgettable guest, proving that star power is most compelling when paired with personality and intelligence. Audiences were captivated not just by her physical appearance, but by the way she could navigate conversation with wit and poise. Her time on The Tonight Show became emblematic of the era's fascination with beauty, celebrity, and charisma, leaving a lasting impression on late-night television and on Johnny Carson himself. Raquel Welch was one of the most iconic faces of Hollywood during the 1960s and 1970s, and her appearances on The Tonight Show revealed a combination of glamour, intelligence, and self-awareness that made her unforgettable. Unlike some celebrities whose fame rested solely on looks, Welch brought a confident presence that communicated wit and personality. From the moment she walked onto Carson's set, her charisma filled the room, and viewers could immediately sense why she was considered a cultural icon. Her interviews often included playful humor, reflecting her awareness of the public's fascination with her image, while also demonstrating her control over how she was perceived. Carson himself admired Welch's ability to balance charm with cleverness, often letting her lead the conversation as she shared stories about her career, personal experiences, and public life. Audiences appreciated this balance because it gave insight into the person behind the glamorous facade, creating moments that were both entertaining and authentic. One of the striking aspects of Welch's presence was how she could address her fame without seeming boastful or insecure. Whether discussing her role in films, the public's reaction to her appearances, or behind-the-scenes anecdotes, she maintained a calm, confident tone that resonated with viewers. Her personality was magnetic, encouraging Carson to engage in lighthearted banter while respecting her intelligence and perspective. This dynamic made every segment feel more like a conversation between equals rather than a one-sided interview, showcasing the importance of mutual respect in creating engaging television. Welch's style of interacting with Carson also revealed the evolution of female celebrity interviews on late-night television. Rather than passively responding to questions or relying solely on glamour, she asserted her personality and humor, demonstrating that beauty and brains could coexist in a way that was captivating for audiences. Her appearances became memorable not just because of her physical allure, but because of the way she managed the spotlight, controlling the narrative of her fame while simultaneously entertaining millions of viewers. Her combination of poise, charm, and intelligence created moments that remain classic examples of how late-night interviews could elevate a guest from a popular actor to a television icon. Even when she joked about her public image or shared playful stories with Carson, the audience could sense her confidence and warmth, which made her segments enjoyable for both live studio attendees and home viewers alike. Raquel Welch's legacy on The Tonight Show is defined by this balance of glamour and authenticity, proving that true star power involves more than just appearance. It includes charisma, humor, and the ability to engage audiences with grace and wit. Her presence on Carson's show exemplified the rare combination of beauty, talent, and intelligence that keeps audiences captivated, making her one of the most memorable and influential female stars of her era. Sophia Loren is one of the most legendary actresses in film history, admired not only for her beauty, but for her commanding presence and incredible talent. When she appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, viewers got a glimpse of why her fame and influence extended far beyond Hollywood. Loren brought a unique blend of warmth, sophistication, and authority to every interview. She carried herself with an elegance that demanded attention without ever seeming overbearing. Unlike many stars whose glamour could feel distant or intimidating, Loren's presence was inviting. Her personality shone through small gestures, like a subtle smile, a glimmer in her eye, or a natural laugh. These details made her seem approachable even as her star power filled the studio. Carson treated Loren with visible respect, understanding that her reputation as a consummate professional and international icon warranted admiration. He often listened intently, letting her share stories about her life, career, and experiences in the film industry. Viewers could see that Loren was not just a beautiful face. She had a depth of experience and insight that commanded attention. Part of her appeal on the show was how she discussed her life with honesty and grace. She spoke about her early years in Italy, her rise to fame, and the challenges she overcame along the way. Her reflections on love, family, and career were compelling because they were grounded in authenticity, not designed for superficial entertainment. Loren also demonstrated a playful side during her interviews, showing that even an international superstar could be witty and personable. She laughed at Carson's jokes, responded with clever remarks, and occasionally shared lighthearted anecdotes that made the audience feel like they were witnessing a private, intimate conversation. Another striking aspect of Loren's presence was her style and poise. She often wore outfits that accentuated her elegance without appearing ostentatious, demonstrating a refined sense of fashion that matched her personality. Her gestures, posture, and tone all reinforced the image of a confident, self-assured woman who is comfortable in her own skin. Beyond aesthetics, Loren's talent as a performer was evident in the way she communicated. Every word was deliberate, every reaction measured yet natural. Carson frequently noted that Loren's ability to command attention without demanding it made his role as host easier, as her presence alone carried the segment. This balance of confidence and approachability made her interviews memorable, leaving audiences with a lasting impression of both her beauty and her intellect. Sophia Loren's appearances on The Tonight Show serve as enduring examples of how a star can combine glamour with substance. She proved that true celebrity extends beyond looks, encompassing poise, intelligence, and the ability to connect with people. For viewers at home, her segments were captivating not just because of her fame, but because of her personality. Loren's warmth, authority, and effortless charm created television moments that remain iconic, reminding audiences why she is considered one of the greatest actresses of all time. Her interviews with Johnny Carson demonstrated that a star's power comes from more than appearance alone. It comes from the ability to inspire, entertain, and engage with authenticity. Sophia Loren's legacy is one of elegance, talent, and a quiet but undeniable authority that continues to influence actors and performers around the world. Anne Margaret brought a rare combination of beauty, energy, and stage presence to The Tonight Show that set her apart from many of Johnny Carson's guests. From the moment she stepped onto the set, it was clear that she was not just a star in appearance, but a performer through and through. Unlike some celebrities who rely solely on charm or glamour, Anne Margaret immediately transformed every segment she appeared and into a showcase of talent. Her presence radiated vitality, captivating both the live studio audience and viewers at home. She didn't just sit and answer questions. She performed, moving with grace, smiling confidently, and engaging in ways that felt both spontaneous and polished. Carson himself often described her appearances as effortless entertainment, noting that her energy and skill made hosting almost unnecessary. One of the most memorable aspects of Ann-Margret's interviews was how she combined playfulness with professionalism. She could be flirty, witty, or mischievous, yet never lost control of the conversation. Her dance performances, singing segments, and live interactions with the band turned the talk show desk into a mini-stage, creating a dynamic and theatrical experience that contrasted with the usual interview format. Audiences were not just observing an interview. They were witnessing a performance that brought excitement, glamour, and spontaneity to late-night television. Ann-Margret's ability to perform while interacting with Carson also highlighted her intelligence and self-awareness. She understood the camera, the audience, and the nuances of timing, making her interactions feel natural even as they were meticulously executed. Her comedic timing, combined with the physical expressiveness of a trained performer, ensured that every gesture, glance, or quip added to the entertainment value. Beyond performance, Ann-Margret's personality shone through. She was approachable, warm, and relatable, giving audiences glimpses of the person behind the star. Her stories, laughter, and quick responses made it easy for viewers to feel connected to her, enhancing her appeal beyond physical beauty. This combination of glamour, talent, and charm made her segments highly memorable and frequently replayed by fans of the show. Carson often allowed her to take the lead, recognizing that her energy and charisma were the true draw. By stepping back and letting Ann-Margret dominate the spotlight, he created a partnership where the host's role was to facilitate rather than overshadow. This dynamic not only showcased her skills, but also highlighted Carson's understanding of what made great television, a guest who could carry the segment with authenticity, talent, and personality. Ann-Margret's influence on the format of celebrity interviews was significant. She demonstrated that a female star could be commanding, entertaining, and humorous while still maintaining elegance and poise. Her appearances on The Tonight Show became iconic not only for her beauty, but for the way she created memorable, performance-driven television moments that balanced energy, talent, and charm. Viewers left each segment with a sense of having witnessed something special, a combination of live entertainment and genuine interaction that few guests could achieve. Her legacy is defined by this rare blend of skills, proving that true star power involves both artistry and personality. Ann-Margret's presence remains a benchmark for performers in late-night television, illustrating how confidence, energy, and professional skill can transform a talk show appearance into an unforgettable event. Elizabeth Taylor was more than just a movie star. She was a living legend, an icon whose presence on The Tonight Show commanded attention the moment she entered the room. Known for her striking beauty, violet eyes, and undeniable charisma, Taylor's appearances on Johnny Carson's show were always events in themselves. What made her stand out, however,